investigative reporter with dailymail.com, on the story from the very beginning. Kiala, what's the latest?
Thanks for having me, Nancy. Things have just gone from bad to worse for Diddy. And now not only is he being accused of misconduct, but his son is being accused. Now, his son, Christian King Combs, he's only 26 years old, and he was named in a lawsuit by a young woman, 25-year-old named Grace, who was working on a yacht in December 2022, when she says that Christian Combs assaulted her, that he's tried groping her, that he trapped her in a room, and that it wasn't until another crew member came to stop it that she was finally released. She said that she was forced to take a tequila shot, and there's actual audio of that incident where she asks, "Is this drugged?" And he says, "Take the tequila shot."
Okay, wait, where did the video come from?
So it's an audio that was a transcript of the audio was included in the 31-page lawsuit. So apparently, I'm not sure who exactly was recording, but there is a recording out there.
Joining me very quickly, and I want to circle back to you, Kiala, about Sean Puffy Combs, a.k.a. Diddy, spinning. I mean, this guy is a master promoter. That's what he has done to become a media mogul with a net worth of around $1 billion. He spins it, right? And that's what he's doing right now. Every move he makes, in the public anyway, is for a reason. To Bernarda Villalona, criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor at villalonalaw.com. Bernarda, thank you for being with us. Here's the reality. Sean Puffy Combs has been dragged into another lawsuit claiming sex attack on his son because it occurred on Diddy's, Sean Puffy Combs' yacht. Okay? And the allegation is that Combs aided and abetted his son in this attack. But what I want to ask you about, Bernarda Villalona, is the audio tape that Kiala Brantley's talking about. Can I see Bernarda, please? Bernarda, to get a video or an audio tape, even if it's a 911 call from the police, for Pete's sake, the prosecutor or whoever wants to bring it in has to go through a series of evidentiary hoops. In fact, it's laid out in black and white in the criminal code. You have to prove veracity. You've got to show who made the audio. Sometimes, why did they make the audio, in as the circumstances surrounding the audio being made. You have to show chain of custody on the audio to make sure it hasn't been tampered with in any way. So when I say who made it, where did it come from, that's got to be proven in court before it can be allowed before a jury.
Yes, absolutely. So, Nancy, what it seems like is that Little Rod, who's one of the people that is also suing Puffy, was the one who actually made the recording.
Excuse me, Bernarda. I don't know if you're expecting to go over to his house after the trial, but I believe you're referring to Rodney Jones, a.k.a. Little Rod.
Yeah, so supposedly it was Little Rod. Rodney Jones was the one who made this recording, which calls into question is why he was making a recording, and if he knew what was going to happen, so he did it thinking that it was going to happen, and he wanted evidence of it. Interestingly enough, that the attorney that's representing Rodney Jones is the same attorney that's representing this complainant, this victim, in this alleged sexual assault. But this is very damning evidence because usually in cases like this, Nancy, what's the number one defense? Credibility, believability. She's making it up. This is a money grab. But here you have an actual audio recording that the complainant, the victim, is going to be able to authenticate and say, that is me on the recording. That is actually what happened. There is nothing missing from that recording, and will be able to meet the burden to have that piece of evidence moved into evidence if it's in a civil lawsuit, in a civil case, or even in a criminal one. So that hurdle is going to be met. But this is very damaging against his son. Also damaging against Diddy because it can even possibly go in, if the federal prosecutors are looking at a RICO charge, can go in as one of those acts.